I think Microsoft is about to go in a different direction, and I think they are doing this by design. Something isn't right here, and I'm a little worried, but also understand the game that Xbox is playing. And I'm not saying it's like a game, but I kind of see the vision that they're doing, and it looks like this is the way it's going to be. If you have been paying attention, and I know a lot of people don't really go into this stuff, but I look into this type of things because of I do follow stocks in ETFs and all the other stuff, which is a totally different avenue that goes beyond this channel. But I also look at things like Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, whatever Nvidia is doing when it comes to their sales, because it kind of gives you the lifeline of what your favorite console or what consoles or just gaming in general is going. So I came across this when I was looking at the financial reports of Microsoft, and for Q4 24, they basically have ups and downs. And the upside is they have 44% uptick in their gaming revenue, but their consoles, the hardware revenue is down 42%. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions about that, and what do I think was going on at Xbox. So if you found this video based on your recommendations, I really would appreciate it if you would like to stay around and hang out for a while. Hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. We just got slightly over 700 subs, and it's all thanks to you guys. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year, and hopefully you guys will make that happen. Continue to give that little push over the top. So other than that, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are absolutely amazing. And let's just get into this, because this is kind of depression. Now, one thing about me, I love all consoles. I have so many of them. It's kind of ridiculous, and I actually thought about selling a couple of them off, but nevertheless, when it comes to Xbox, I've been always trying to chase that dream that it was when the original Xbox came out, and always been trying to find that one console that actually captured that magic for me. Even though I do love the other console, the Xbox Series X is like the closest thing that actually done it for me. I made a video about that recently, and I've always wanted to see them succeed under that same format, because the 360 was a little bit different. We're not going to talk about Xbox One, but when you look at the financial reports of Xbox, this is kind of like steering to the realm of, yeah, they're probably going to try to move their way out of the console generation. They may do one more, but they're not really concerned about it either way, because look, their gaming revenue was up by 61%. I mean, I'm sorry. You can say that because I think content and service is the same thing, 61%, but their gaming revenue is up 44%. So it's like they don't really care if they sell these consoles. I wonder how much of a loss are they selling it, or is it, are they selling them, or are these consoles basically balancing themselves out based on what they're making on the other end of the gaming world. But the more I look at this and the more I think about it, I'm starting to think that Microsoft is probably just like, yeah, we're gonna just put out a box for people to play. We're not going to try to push it, or not necessarily overhaul the whole push to people to buy consoles, and we just want you to be on our services, because the numbers are right here. If they're constantly going up in gaming revenue, like, but they're not making money on the hardware, it's like, will they just continue to push towards the gaming revenue and just continue to do the content and service? This is what I was talking about the other day, where they're trying to push people to an all digital platform, or just all digital in general, because of the numbers right here is showing. And I don't think they're really worried about struggling with the consoles at this point. You look at the situation where Phil Spencer even said that they can't out console Sony, and you're not going to catch Nintendo either. And I don't think it's ever about this whole catching one another when it comes to actually making profits. I think they just find a way to make profits the way they know how, and I think they're starting to realize that their way of making headway into, or make headway into the gaming world is basically provide a service. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't follow everything that's in this financial report, so I don't know necessarily how well Game Pass is working into this content and service thing. But if it's up by 61% or if it's helping it be up by 61% from last year, then I mean the last quarter, they're like, they feel like they're in a good spot. Now, also, these consoles were in a situation where last quarter they were down 31%. So I'm thinking at the end of the day, you kind of see what the writing is and what it looks like. What it looks like right now when you have this company just basically saying, look, this is what we are. This is going to be our identity. We may put out another console, but even if, man, look, I would not be surprised if the next console is an all digital console. Like seriously, I mean, based on looking at this, I wouldn't be surprised if they just start putting out boxes that's similar to a PC and just say, hey, you don't want to build a PC, you don't want the hassle of a PC. Well, basically, your PC is right here, and you're gonna have the Microsoft Store. You're gonna have all these other things that go along with it, and this is how we're gonna sell you this. Now, on top of that, we're gonna give you the first month free of Xbox Game Pass. Hopefully, you'll be able to rock with that. If you like it, you get to keep it, and then you're on that hamster wheel of being in that whole situation where you're going to be a part of the 61% of the content and service revenue, or part of that 44% gaming revenue. I mean, and that looks like that's what they're trying to do. Now, at the end of the day, how do I really feel about it? Honestly, I want physical copies of games to stay around. And I said this before, but I'm really thinking like, I don't have the space to buy any more, console disc and or whatever the case may be. I really don't. I mean, even if we decide to buy a bigger house, like, do I really want to put another set of console, another set of console copies of games in my collection? I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been doing this for, good Lord, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I think I'm probably going to check out this whole buying physical copies of games. I have more than enough. Like I said, there's a few that I want that's in the retro world. I think I'm down like 5 left. But as far as these newer games, I think this is going to be it for me after I do the PS5 and the Xbox One or Xbox Series. I just don't see myself going that same route and buying more physical games after that. Now, if I didn't have all this stuff, that would be the case. But that's how I really feel about it. I'm to the point now, like, if they do it, I mean, that's cool. I'm not really tripping on it, but it's going to hurt and it's going to suck for a lot of people who want that to be the case, for them to want to have that as an option. But looking at these numbers, man, I don't think that I would not be surprised. Looking at these numbers, they're probably the gaming revenue and the content and service revenue is up, 61 and 44% respectively. And then you got the decrease in hardware sales. They may not even care, man. And I don't think they do, because they know where their butter is bred. I mean, they know how to bread their butter. They know where the good water at is out of the well. I guess I said that right. I don't know. But you know what I mean. They know how to, they know what they're doing. And at the end of the way, at the end of the day, that's just what it's going to be. So I'm going to get up out of here. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't have much else to say, but yeah, what do you guys think? And let me know in the comments or whatever the case may be. And I'll see you guys on the next one, man. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.